Seconds there. We
Can you
are.
see me?
No, cannot see you, my friend. We've got a giant photo with a line through it. Photo JPEG with a line through it. But we are live here on KJAGradio.com, KJAGradio.com. We have got a great guest joining us today here on our big program here at KJAGradio.com. Go ahead and give us a brief introduction on yourself, my friend. Tell us what about yourself.
I'm trying to make you see me, but I don't know what's going on.
Not a problem. We're live on the radio. We'll just continue on here. Tell us about yourself, my friend. Tell us about yourself. We want to know all about you.
Yeah, my name is Keybone. My real name is Kehinde Oladele Arifayan from Lagos, Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Rap, hip hop recording artist. Born and raised in Nigeria. Living in Nigeria. And thanks for having me on your radio.
Yes. So tell us about the music scene there in Nigeria. What is that like?
Whoa, it's very interesting. Nigerian music scene has been bubbling under for a while, but lately we've had a lot of positives. I mean, we've had foreign labels coming into Nigeria to work with top artists, and a handful of artists have been getting signed by international record labels like Sony, Universal, and it's just the beginning of a lot of great things to come.
That's awesome. We have got a great guest with us today. He joins us live here on our big program. Keybone is with us. So tell us about the name Keybone. How did you get the name Keybone?
It's a very funny story. I was trying to open like an email address like a long time ago.
Okay.
And I was trying to,
yes.
And I was trying to open. You know, when you're trying to pick all the acronyms of your name, like first letter of your first name, two letters from your second name, then it wasn't just adding up. But I think I ended up opening one long ass like name like that. And when I go home, when I told my sister, because she said, get an email address so I can always email you. So when I sent the name to her, and I think the email address had numbers in it, like it had like maybe 1984 or something. She was like, nobody opens this kind of email. Like, why do you have an email that has names and numbers? Open something more fancy. And on that day, I didn't even have a nickname to say. I was often called by my first name. So she said, no, this is not going to work for me. You know, I think you need to find a better name. And I said it must start with the first letter of my name, which was K, alphabet K. So she said, okay, let's work around this. Obviously, I was still small. I think I was like 15. I was still skinny, you know. And then my favorite rap group used to be Bone Thugs and Harmony. So she just said, you know what? I think find something around these Bone Thugs that you like bumping to, and let's come up with a name. That was how it came about, Keybone.
Keybone.
I was running with my brothers at home. Like, can you imagine how does this name sound? And they kept going, wow, sounds nice. The next day, I went to school, told my friends, everybody kept saying it sounds nice. I just grabbed the other email address, went to open a new email address with the name Keybone, and that was how it stuck.
Awesome. It's Keybone. He's with us today here in a broadcast. Joins us live from Nigeria. And you have got some incredible music. Tell us about your music writing process.
Well, for me, my writing process is always a little bit. First, I need to be in a quiet place. Anytime I want to write, I must always be in a quiet place. I must be alone, because I try to make sure that my music is conscious. So it means it puts me in a state where, while writing it, I try to also imagine myself being on the other end, listening to it. So that's the first part. The other part is my music often comes from like a little bit of an experience. I need to have experienced whatever I'm writing about, so that it can be more emotional I can put a lot of my experiences inside of this story that I'm trying to write, and I try to also write them from a lot of perspective. Like, can I add a little bit of drama to it? Can I add a little bit of fiction to it? And can I also make sure that it's musical in the long run? So it's not just sounding like, oh, this is just a bunch of rap and it's not relatable. So the writing process for me feels a little bit more personal, but also I need to also capture the other person's experience in the writing. I mean, I don't know how far the song is going to get. I don't know who's going to listen to it, but I make sure that the writing process has to be very tedious. Like I don't like to think I'm a perfectionist, but I like to write in a way that it's at least close to being perfect, so that the experience for the listener has to feel that way. It has to feel like, okay, this is inclusive. This artist is including me in the writing of this song, even though the song is not particularly written for me or directed at me. It has to feel a little bit personal for me and for the audience as well, listener. Say.
Awesome. It's Keybone. He's with us today here on our big program, and we are going to play your number one. Tell us about your number one.
Yeah, my number one is the first single of my forthcoming album, Going Pro Volume 2. It's a song I wrote. It's more like a love song for me. You know, it's a song I wrote out of, trying to convince myself that I am my own number one. I need to love myself first before anybody can love me. And also, the number one, telling everybody in my life that they are my number one people, my number one family, my number one friends, my number one fans. They all matter to me, and I need to at least remind them that, yes, I appreciate the love, I recognize their presence and the support I've been getting, and I felt that was a good song to start or to introduce my forthcoming album, especially to my fans and the new fans and the new people who are going to eventually get to know more about me. That was what the song was basically all about.
Awesome. Well, we are going to do this. We are going to play this track. I'm going to put you on hold here on Skype. I'll be back with you here in just a few moments. It is Keybone, your number one.
Number one, there can be no other one. What would I be if I ain't your number one, there can be no other one. What would I be if I ain't? I'm your number one, there's no number two. What you wanna do with another boo? Bestie BFF, I don't care who's who. I'm your number one, you're my number one too. I'm your number one, there's no number two. What you wanna do with another boo? Bestie BFF, I don't care who's who. I'm your number one, you're my number one too. I'm the one to choose and everything you don't want to lose. You've paid the dues, made good use. Dudes overstayed the cruise. Now they're packing their backpacks and tracking their whack tracks. Though y'all with the Jag Blacks, bro. That's where you lack facts, bro. I'm King Kong. To me, this is ping pong. Sue me if you think I'm wrong. Do me like a sing-along. Come into my shows, better bring the tongue on me to my flows. Of boss a good start. I kind of understood though. I need the booster. With you, nobody's asking who's the or who are you, sir. They know you top tier when you up there and do not compare. I kind of pop here and pop there. I'm everywhere but you not near. The top spot is taken. This is history, the making. When you look at what I'm staking, I'm bringing cake in and celebrating while they debating. Don't be mistaken, I in my shoes but can't walk a mile in it. Will do you no good. Put on your table no food. Why can't you see I am not in that mood? I'm your number one, there's no number two. What you wanna do with another boo? Bestie BFF, I don't care who's who. I'm your number one, you're my number one too. I'm your number one, there's no number two. What you wanna do with another boo? Bestie BFF, I don't care who's who. I'm your number one, you're my number one too. I'm the first there is, first there was, and first there'll ever be. You ain't boss or boss, what's the force? I'll forever be a legend from the underground. While my enemy runs aground, when they hear the thunder sound, my enemies spawn around. They can't handle all the drama that comes with being a leader. Yet they eager to climb the ladder, claim to be better, but not a reader. It's the money and fame, maybe bunny or dame. They be calling it game. Today be the day I reclaim the throne that has been in my name, cause I'm your number one. You can search to the moon and back, you never find another one. The other honors are goon. Like that, I'm the numero uno, the only one you should know and would know. Put that on your footnote so you put no. When anyone disputes what you do know, they would disguise as besties, acting like them guesties, they all testy. First you do give away, then time will tell you it will stay. Don't forget to test these. I'm your number one, there's no number two. What you wanna do with another boo? Best to BFF, I don't care who's who. I'm your number one, you're my number one too. I'm your number one, there's no number two. What you wanna do with another boo? Best to BFF, I don't care who's who. I'm your number one, you're my number one too. I'm your number one, you are my number one too. If there's no you, there's no one, I'll be the one too. I'm your number one, you are my number one too. If there's no you, there's no one, I'll be the one too.
That is Keybone, and it is the big broadcast here on KJAGradio.com. We are going to go back live to Keybone. He joins us here on Skype. And so Keybone, your music is absolutely amazing. You've got a lot of great things going.
Very much.
Tell us about what you have planned as far as music and everything going.
I want to release more music. You know, due to the pandemic, a lot of things were put on hold, and
yes,
it kind of made me also like do a lot of reflective thinking that we need to make more social conscious music, songs that can help people through trying times, songs that are at least we should deviate a little bit away from the stress of songs are just made to make you dance. Songs are just made to make you relax. You know, something that at least can be touching. Something that can make people feel, okay, this song is actually healing. This song is actually complementing my mood. Not just the, hip hop music is often seen as a music that speaks on the, let me say, rebellious. You know, if it's not rebellious, if it's not club, but I think with this new year, my plans for music is just basically to bring out more good music, more mind reflective kind of songs. And before the end of the year, I'm putting out an album which is going to be going for volume 2, and this is the first single of the album.
Fantastic. Well, you've got some incredible music here. You're doing some just amazing work. If people want to find you on social media, websites, buy your music, how do they do that?
On social media, all of my pages are official Keybone. On Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on SoundCloud, Audio Mac, YouTube Music. Search for official Keybone on any of those music streaming platforms. Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, Keybone.
Okay.
Website, officialkeybone.com. Yeah, so it's either the word Keybone for the digital streaming platforms, except SoundCloud and Audio Mac, then official Keybone for the social media pages.
Fantastic. Well, Keybone, you have been a treat, my friend. Thanks for doing this. I look forward to chatting with you more down the road. Thanks for being on KJAGradio.com today.
Thank you very much. I appreciate talking to you as well.
Definitely. Thank you, my friend. There he goes. Check out Keybone online, and that is that. Check out KJAGradio.com for more each and every day. We've got more interviews, all sorts of different things going on at KJAG Radio.